You're watching The Edward Fowler Show. Now, here's your host, Edward Fowler.
Good evening and welcome to my show live here on YouTube, and apologies for the little delay there. It decided on my phone to update, not on my phone, on my software, decided to update itself, and it was stuck on 10%. So I exited off and I was able to rejoin it, and it decided to work. So apologies for that, and welcome to this show, because tonight we bring you the sports side of my show, because we've got another BYB fighter on my show who actually did fight on June the 14th, because I had another BYB fighter, Sonia, on the show a few weeks ago, and unfortunately she pulled out of her fight. So we built her up, we gave it all this hype to her, and it turned out it was all wasted because she was not able to actually attend the event. But somebody who was there, as I mentioned, is here for me tonight, and it's a pleasure to have on the show this evening. He goes by the nickname the Mighty Mouse, which I can't wait to dive into in a few minutes. He also has a parrot as well, just like another person who used to go around with a parrot in the wrestling world, who of course you've been I guess compared to. Please welcome along Brandon Desrosier. How are you?
Rosier. I'm pretty good. On yourself?
Yes, once I got you here tonight, I am. Yes, absolutely.
Yes, sir.
And I see while I was doing that introduction for you, you were holding, I think, your pet parrot.
Yeah, I still have him.
There he is. There he is. And what's his name?
Doing her own thing. This is Money.
Money. And if you're listening to this show, I urge you.
Money.
I urge you to check this out on YouTube, because you can see the parrot right there on your screen, and Money is your best friend. You just mentioned it as I cut you off, so I do apologize for that.
I didn't hear you. Sorry about
that. No, I was
just
saying.
Sorry about it.
I apologize for cutting you off at the end when you were saying how he is your best friend.
Nah, you're all right.
So, what got you into owning a parrot then? Was it some inspiration or something, or?
Nah, I was out with my best friend one day, and we that's actually my manager, Andrew Pachel. He's a headline dude of Haymaker. He wants to see me in my uniform. He's the one who made my uniforms and everything. But we was out one day, and we were just talking about birds, and then all of a sudden we just went and got one. He surprised and actually bought it for me. But since I got my bird, it's taught me patience. It's taught me to be calm. It's teaching me patience. It's actually teaching me, to actually stay calm in certain situations. I always got my pet with me, so they don't like yelling too much. So I kind of got her as like a little stress animal.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Of course, it was great story. Great story, because I know a friend of the show, Don, he posted a picture on Instagram comparing you to another athlete with another parrot, didn't he? Did you like that comparison?
Yeah, that was pretty cool. BYB full of surprises, so everything they do is as a surprise.
But I mean, the parrots though, they look very similar to each other as well. The same colors as well, and it's just cool. I mean, you're the modern day version of that character.
Yeah, man, this I love this bird. She's wonderful. I mean, I had to cut her wings because she started to fly on me. She started to fly in certain places she ain't supposed to be. So she's starting. I got to get a leash for her, but I'm trying to get myself a monkey. That's my next move.
Yeah. How much time did it take him to cut the rings off, to cut them shorter?
It probably took like a couple seconds. Wow. It was about keeping the bird calm and actually, keeping it calm so she can actually relax so you can do it.
Yeah.
You don't want to do it in the wrong place and mess around and cut the wrong vein.
No, you don't want that. But I guess as well that the parrot might just fly away from it as well. So not even.
She actually flew away from me and came back. I was real surprised. So she flies and she came back, but it made me nervous, so I didn't take the chance again. I just go ahead and just snipped her on up real quick.
Yeah, absolutely. Can Money say any words to you or anything like that?
She actually 2 nights ago she actually said, "Hey, baby." So she's starting to talk. Remember, she's a baby. So, I always approach her and say, "Hey, baby." I talk to her, so she's starting to repeat certain words. She started,
Interesting.
I understood her saying, "Hey, baby." She kept saying, "Hey, and come here, hey, baby, come here." And she does that when she's high up. That's why I had to cut her wings. But the way I got her cage position, she's on the top of the roof. So when she gets up there, she sits up there and go to talking to me. She never likes to talk to me when she's down low. She just like to bite on my ears.
That's cool. That's cool. And I'm hoping that in the coming months and years, when you're on the phone to somebody, she might have a full-on conversation with you and always say, "Hey, who you got in the background with you?" Oh, it's just Money.
I'm so surprised she's not loud right now. Usually, like, she gets loud. When she notices I'm on the phone and I'm talking to somebody, she usually starts to chirping away. She
Right.
haven't
Well.
got the talking down fully packed, so she's trying. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you might hear her might trying to say something and start making a lot of noise.
Yes. Well, if you're listening to this and not watching this, then we do have Money the Parrot on the line as well. So you may hear some interesting noises or even phrases during this little conversation we're having. Talk to me about June the 14th because you were there, you fought.
That was a great fight. Shout out to Burr. You know what I mean? He knew I was on his ass. He knew what time it was. Like I tell a lot of people, a car can't run with no gas. I end up giving out of gas. I got a 3 week training for that. I quit my job and everything. I actually went to my manager's house and we trained for 3 weeks and doing virtual training with my coach up in Vegas, Coach AJ. So, we had a great game plan. Everything went as perfect. But like I say, a car can't run with no gas. So, I'm still in the middle of, I'm still in the middle of my training, still in the middle of running, trying to get my cardio, back. I do want Burr again. That was just a little warm up. Ward ain't really touched too many bases. Ward was really a walkover. I didn't really get too much out of, Ward, but Burr opened my eyes to the sport a lot more. He showed me more what I needed to work on. Is basically I felt like it just was my cardio and certain positions inside of the ring, with the grappling and everything. I feel like I needed to work on, but I'm gonna beat his ass. When we go back in that second round, I don't think it's gonna go to the end. I was just, a little gas. I started to touch him. I started to land certain shit. I actually split him early, but he was wrestling with me. He had a great strategy. He's knocking me down in the ring, things I wasn't used to. Um, you know, his shots, he actually landed a great shot on me. One shot I can't remember in the fight that I kind of felt, I felt it, but it wasn't enough to make me back down. You know, he just caught me with some nice off balance shots, and he caught me with that first hook that woke me up because I wasn't expecting that. That was my mistake. I threw my right hand and kind of took a picture. Every boxer knows that's a big mistake. So, that had to do with cardio. It was like I say, 3 weeks getting ready for a world champion, man. I fucking loved it. I appreciate the experience that he gave me.
Yeah.
I really appreciate the lesson that he gave me. So, I'm not going to lose again. I don't give a fuck to who it is. I'm not going to lose again. I understand what's really going on the inside. I understand the distance and everything. Shout out to Mel for making that fight happen. That was a great ass fucking fight. I just, it didn't go my way, but it went my way, if you understand.
You hear it first, ladies and gentlemen, that my guest here has just vowed not to lose again. So now we will have to bring you back on the show after your next fight to see how that worked out for you, okay? To see if you back those words up, okay?
Of course.
Great. Now, the second point of that is you were given 3 weeks' notice, which is, crazy to think about to get into training and to get into that preparation for your opponent with 3 weeks' notice to learn everything about your opponent, weaknesses, strengths, trying to find ways, loopholes around him as well. Compare that to the UFC, for instance, where a fighter only had 4-hour notice and somehow still won the fight. It's just mind-blowing. At the time to prepare for fights.
Shout out to them guys in the UFC. Shout out to them guys in the UFC. That for that to hear that to say a 4-hour notice, that's some dangerous shit. But they use their arms and their legs. So shout out to y'all boys.
True. But I mean, I was just saying about that. Like you given 3 weeks notice. That's still not. Personally, I don't think that's enough time for you to prep for a fight. Not let alone 4 hours.
Yeah. Well, my coach, was already, the game plan with my coach had prepared. We was already on top of it. Like I said, if you go and look at the fight, I was beating his ass. It just our car came around with no gas. The game plan was the game plan. We executed the way we did. We took care of business. What I mean? Mighty Mouse stood on business. It just, I gave our cardio. Any fighter know cardio is cardio. Bare knuckle was a different game.
Yes.
You see, we had the triangle, so it ain't no time to move around and get your win, especially if you got a person like Bird who constantly coming. Bird stayed on the gas. I like that. That's the type of fighting I like. I just couldn't hold it up. He had some little dirty ways in there. He actually was choking the shit out of me. He was doing some dirty shit in there. I liked it. I just was not used to it. That wasn't something that I was, pretty much training for. Like I said, I'm from the boxing world.
Yes, you
So
are.
I fight clean. I fight clean. I'm not, a certain little shit, that I do in there. I like to be a clean fighter. I don't like the tussling and the grabbing and doing all that shit that Bird was doing. But he did it. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's bare knuckle. It's a dirty world. I'm just learning a lot more. It's more to come. Like I say, it's a lesson. It was a lesson that I learned. I liked how my face looked when I was in. He had me looking like a fucking avatar. But it was that felt great. I partied after the fight. I enjoyed myself. I still had my same plans as if I wanted to fight. I trained my ass off, so I felt like I deserved it. I was very proud of myself. That was the best cardio I had in years. That was so. The cardio is still going. I haven't started back running yet. Still letting my body heal up from the fight. My hand is amazing. It's not broke. So a lot of people probably thought I broke it. I just damaged a lot of soft tissues in it. So I'm starting to being able to bend it. The stitches done healed up perfect. In my face and the scar he gave me, the beauty marks he gave me, all that healed up perfect. So uh hopefully I'll be back at it real soon. My goal is to really get back at it real soon.
So we will get into the fact of your lesson you learned in just a moment, because I think there's a lot of people, including myself, would love to know what that lesson was. But firstly, what made you to, I guess, transition from the boxing world, where it was, as you said, cleaner world, compared to going into the dirty world of bare knuckle? What made you to do that with no gloves? Where in boxing you got a bit more protection with some gloves, while now you're bare protection, no protection at all.
You know, a lot of boxers wouldn't do bare knuckle. I don't know why. It's fun. It hurts like a motherfucker. It's not like boxing. The distance is different. The swinging is different. The speed is different. The timing is different. Remember, you got gloves on your hands, so it's a little weight on it. So you don't
Yeah.
really get that full, what you able to stop doing that, man. If you do what you able to do. So, stepping into bare knuckle, into boxing, I love bare knuckle more than I would be boxing. I mean, I go and box right now, I feel like I'll break somebody's face. For the simple fact, the shot that I take with bare knuckle is different. I got cut for the first time ever. I didn't even know I was cut. That was a wonderful experience. Um, oh man, I actually got hit with a shot that I paid attention to. So, bare knuckle is different. You asked me why did I transition? It really wasn't a transition to me. Fighting is fighting. I wouldn't give a fuck if we doing it in gloves, out of gloves. If you can take it, I can take it. You know what I mean? My motive is no surrender, no retreat. So we ready to fight. We ready to fight. Either way it come. I don't give a fuck if we had goddamn UFC time. I don't know how to grapple, but I dare sure try to choke you out. That's just what I try. You know what I mean? It's just all about being smart on the inside of chess game. If you can think inside of any fighting, you can do your thing.
Yeah, no, great answer for that. So now, then on to learning the lesson. So can you tell us all, since you kind of gave us a teaser before about the lesson you learned, what was that lesson you learned?
All right, so my first lesson that I learned in this whole fighting, going into that fight is pacing myself, finding my shots. It's just certain situations and positions that he put me in, I felt like I needed to be a little more aggressive. He was doing certain shit that, like I said, I was so relaxed. I'm not a dirty fighter at all, so I know I got to be more of a dirty fighter. I know I got to be more aggressive. Um, More power. It was certain and it's more power, different defense. Certain things we're working on in camp that I realized don't work in bare knuckle. Using a high guard, that should get you killed. So that's something, you got to learn how to knock these shots down and get around them. And so that was a nice lesson learned for me. You just got to constantly keep that high. You got to keep in shape. and don't wait for these phone calls and start running or doing anything. Just constantly stay in shape. I always heard a lot of fighters say that, but I never really understood it until happened to get a call 3 weeks for a fight, and coming to be the problem was my cardio. I feel that the whole fight was just my cardio. So, like I said, that'll never happen to me again. I'm gonna always be in shape. I'm gonna make sure I run, make sure I swim. And I only had 2 sparring sessions for that fight. I only had 3 weeks training and 2 sparring sessions. So I basically went out there just basically working on the things that I basically, was working on in camp or doing the training with my coach on the phone, and went out there and basically executed everything that we did. It was no problem that we did in our performance. It's just the cardio. Everything just fell down with the cardio. It was, every time I went down to catch a breath and try to come back up. You know, we brought a lot of pressure. He brought some things that I wasn't used to, and I'm going to adjust to. And whoever my next opponent is, I plan on knocking them the fuck out.
Strong statement there. And speaking of knocking the next person out, who would you love to fight against next then?
Oh shit! If I don't get Burr again, I want Chase Nelson. He ran from me in the beginning of the contract, and he's supposed to fight me at 125, 130, or 125, but he said he can't drop low. I feel like that's bullshit. Bro, drop down and let me get that real quick. I'm only looking for the best people. You was a outstanding boxer. I seen your record. I looked you up on BoxRec. I only want people in there that's gonna make me work. So Chase, and it's no pressure. Much respect to you, bro. And I'm not disrespecting you as a fighter. I respect all fighters. If you can't get down to 125, all respect. You know what I mean? I'm not going back up to 130 right now. You know what I mean? If we was to fight for a belt or something at 130, I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? Or if you start making a little noise, after your first fight, and we see what your first fight doing, and you make a little noise, I do want to get it in with you. You know what I mean? I want you to drop down to the lower weight class, but if you can't make it, you can't make it, man. Hey, hopefully I see you at 130, but I just don't feel like I'm going back up right now to 130. I want to take over the 125 class, and I want Chase. You know what I mean? I can't look around that. I want the rematch with your boy Burr. That's just something I gotta do. That's just business I gotta take care of. That's just unfinished business. It won't be cardio, won't be the problem. In the midst of that fight, Ward was talking shit, saying he wanted a rematch with me. I wouldn't mind fucking you up again, Ward. I mean, I know they're not gonna give that fight to me. They're not gonna give it to me. It's not even worth even jumping onto. He's nobody. You know what I mean? Much respect to you though, but in this fight where he's nobody, he haven't won anything, so that won't be shit going on. That won't be nothing helping me out fighting him. But if my coach was to do it and Mel was to say, hey, y'all get out again, I'd go in there with his ass again. And we'll be able to do that again. That'd be something I love to do. But I really don't see nobody else right now. I really don't know all the fighters like that to be calling them out right now. But whoever wants smoke, we can get it. It's no problem. We want smoke, we can get it. Shit, I'm always ready to get into it with any bitch. And I hope a motherfucker learn and see what my position is on that last fight. I kind of showed up my skill work a little bit, so I ain't no chump. I'm just small, but I'm a goddamn firecracker. I'm a bust, boy, every time. Inside work is my game. I'm going to take that ass on the inside. Ain't nobody going to stop me from getting in there. It's just a little more gas, and we taking off.
Well, as I was going to say, because I don't want to get on the back side of you for sure, because you're a mean fighter. But I've got to say though, because when people were saying about having a rematch, what was the reaction of the audience? What was the reaction of your fan base after you saw the feedback on social media?
I mean, with Bird, that shit went through the roof. That was a great fight with me and Bird. I actually sat back and watched it a couple times. It actually took me it probably took me 2 days to actually really sit down and watch the fight because it was so frustrating to actually watch the mistakes that I did. Just know that I lost from cardio. So, just how hard it is sitting in this room and watching that fight to let me know I never want to feel that feeling again. So I'm going to do everything in the world to execute so I make sure I don't take that loss. You know what I mean? That's just something I'm not doing again. This fight went from shit. I'm almost at 10K viewers on YouTube I see from this fight versus my first fight only hit 2K. So, like I say, the stock went up, the fans went up, everything went up. A lot of fans knowing what was going on in the fight. They seen what was going on. Bird got the win. He got the W, but he won the fight, but I won the fucking war. That's how I feel. I won the war. You got that, you got it. You know what I mean? But we gonna do it again. We must dance again. That was a great fight with Burr. I love that kid. Much respect to him. We didn't get a chance to chop it up, but Burr, to your camp, much respect to y'all. Great job. You executed. You did what you had to do. Like I said, I never had a problem with Burr. He always been a clean person with me. So it's not, I don't have anything negative to say about him. He's a great fighter. I mean, keep doing your thing, Burr. We gonna meet again though.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure you guys will. And, put another instant classic together. And, I mean, what was the feedback there with your fans after you came back to the locker room area afterwards, and when you checked social media, did you get
Oh
people
man,
contacting you about what
we
they
played.
thought of it?
So after the fight, out my asshole, I was just hanging out, by the locker room. I was really getting stitched up and getting stitches in my face. So I was really clowning with the damn doctor in the back while he was hurting me, trying to put his stitches in. He was being a really bad guy. He was really hurting me. I called him a bad guy because he was doing something I didn't like, you know. But the fans, everybody, I went out after the fight, after I got stitched up and everything, and still enjoyed myself with the fans. Nobody said anything negative. Probably the only thing I heard negative is when I got back home from my relatives, my brothers. That's probably the only people that, was trying to make jokes and laugh and, saying little stupid shit, telling me not to get back in the ring and all that type of shit. But I expect that from them. Like I say, my fans the one who hold me up. So, most of the things I'll listen to is my fans. My fans love what I did. They understand my performance. If you're a fighter and you understand when I say I only had 3 weeks to prepare for a world champion, the respect level went through the roof from there. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, my next performance will be my best performance. I won't gas out. I won't gas out. I mean? I plan on, finishing, just more awesome to my cardio, more shit to my workout, more sprints. I didn't get in the pool this training camp. Things was happening, so I wasn't able to get in the pool. But, that was one of my strongest points I did on my last fight that I feel that helped me out. So, just getting back to the running, swimming, the typical, getting my strength and everything back up, I will kill on my next one.
Well, the point is as well, because as you mentioned, your family was saying don't get back into the ring, and I bet your reaction is probably like, well, how about you try it? See what you think, because I bet you wouldn't last 2 seconds.
And I said that to them, but like I say, they're my brothers. They assholes. That's just, we are different people. I consider myself the black sheep. Nobody understands the things that I go through and what I'm trying to aim for. I'm different. So
yeah.
I expect that. I expect that from my family. No, we real close though. They're my brothers. We love each other. We all assholes to each other.
Sure.
But we just different. I'm the black sheep. I'm different. And it's just a lot of things that they do in their life and things that I do in my life is totally different. I like to fight. I mean, I'd rather get punched in the face than sit and sell drugs. So, we different. It's a big difference.
Well, you probably get this asked a lot, by the way, but for people here on this show or listen to this show might not even know why you call yourself Mighty Mouse. Can you tell us why you go by that nickname?
Well, I got that name like 15 years ago. When I first entered boxing. First, I was called Adam Ant. They gave me the name Adam Ant. And I ran with that. I ran with that for a while.
Doesn't really go off the tongue, though, I feel. Unlike Mighty Mouse does.
Yeah, see, I don't know. Mighty Mouse just stuck with me. That's just... It was because I'm small and I'm strong. I move so fast like a mouse, And when they say mighty, I'm strong and mighty. So I'm real fast. I don't know if everybody can really see how I really used to move or how I'm moving now, but I'm a fast dude. I'm slick with it. So, that name Mighty Mouse came to me. I just stuck with it and I just been using it to my, to the best of me. I love it. You know what I mean? And it's another dude in UFC, Mighty Mouse. Oh. I like to spar that dude. I want to get it in with him real quick to show him who the real Mouse is.
Yes.
I want to slap him across his ball head.
I guess to find out who the real Mighty Mouse is, and then I guess we have one true winner, because then the loser will have to give up that name and never use it again.
But I know he won't. I know he won't come to Bareknuckle, and he do UFC, so I know he used to gloves. Yeah. So listen, he like 135, he like 130 or something like that. I walk around at that weight. So, Mr. Mighty Mouse, I will come to your city. We can go in your gym. We can put on the boxing gloves, And I like to go like 5 rounds with you real quick. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to knock you out. I just want to work with you so I can show your ass that I'm the real Mighty Mouse. Because my feet smaller, my body smaller. I'm a real mouse, and you not. You like a big rat, like a little karate rat.
Wow, fighting words on this episode, by the way. What a great guess this is. Yeah, you are a good marketing person, and I'm guessing you probably have some great Mighty Mouse merch as well, I guess.
I'm actually working on that merch. We're working on hats. We actually working on hats, and we're working on shirts. You know, and I'm actually trying to make some shirts with me and my bird.
Oh,
I got
cool.
my website up, www.brandondesrosier.com. That will be the spot where you can purchase my merch. And I'm actually also trying to come up with my own brand called #Black Sheep. And the reason why, like I said, I just explained myself. That's just gonna be, that brand there is for, a lot of people who always felt like they were separated from a lot of people. And a lot of people really don't understand that the things that we go through, the feelings that we go through, the work that we have to go through. Like I was saying, I just had death in my family in the middle of my training camp. One of my closest cousins just passed away.
Sorry to hear that.
And I also found out that my godmother, who I looked at like my mother, passed away. And I was raised with birds due to her, so that was one of the reasons why I grabbed money.
Gotcha.
But I didn't have an opportunity to show my emotions. As a fighter, we don't really get an opportunity to show our emotions when we focus on the fight or we trying to get ready for something. So a lot of people don't understand that the dark side that we go through, no matter what. Like everybody always talking about, I'm the goat, but the sheep is the one who always going through shit. The sheep is the one who get rained on and he gets soaked. He got to walk around with a heavy coat just because he got wet. But everybody, he's still walking around like it's okay. He don't show no pressure. He don't show no fear. So that black sheep is something that I plan on pushing real strong, and I'll give more detail and more explanation and more in detail about it. But that's just something that I'm working on, and it's gonna be detailed as in I got an artist actually working on it now. But I want this sheep to look like it got scars in his face, like it been through something. Like I say, the black sheep is self-explanatory. It's #Black Sheep. That's actually gonna be it. But the black sheep is self-explanatory. A lot of people understand that feeling, just being separated from family, friends. It don't even necessarily say black sheep having to do with your family tree. It could be your friends, the people you've been raised with. Is everybody just don't see life the way you see life. You working for a goal, and a lot of people just don't understand. So that's one of my brands that be on. It should be up very soon, within the next week or two. I just got to see what's taking my manager up so long. He got a lot of stuff he deal with the Haymaker page, but that will be up soon. That will be up and running soon.
I like the story, and I have to say, of course, my condolences are to yourself. Again, my thoughts are with you there, because that's not very good to have some deaths while you're in training camp preparing for a fight, because it can kind of distract you as well from what's what. So, understandably, if that did affect your performance as well on June 14th.
I mean, I couldn't let it affect me. Like I say, as a fighter, it's like you get this dark cloud. It's like what Rod always say, dark cloud and rainy days. Like you get so used to it, you have no choice as a fighter. You have no choice but to swallow them emotions. Man, it'd be times in camp where I zone off, but me being me, knowing what I have to get ready for, and I'm so focused, I have to snap back into it. So, a lot of fighters may understand what I mean, what I'm saying. We really don't have opportunity to show emotions. Like in the beginning of my camp, I just went through a breakup to a woman that I was so deeply in love with. I had getting sick to my stomach. It made me pick up cigarettes, all type of shit, and I had to haul ass to camp. But in the midst of camp, I couldn't focus on that. I had to be strong for myself and be strong for my fans so I can go in and actually perform, make something happen. You know what I mean? It just, I call it dream chasing. Black sheep dream chasing. It's no love out here. It's lonely. You just got to keep pushing, no matter what. You just got to keep pushing. That sheep going to keep going. What they say sheep was? Work sheep. When you use the sheep for work, that boy just going to keep going. It just going to keep going. What a goat doing besides just eating up grass? He ain't got too much to do.
Yeah.
He ain't got too much to do. He just sit back and eat grass. But that sheep, he got to tote shit. He got to pull shit. It's all tight. So like I say, you never understand that sheep until his coat is real bright like snow. And they look at that sheep over there. They want to cut him and use it all. I'm that sheep that just keep going, just keep going. I'm just gonna keep going, no matter how dark that cloud is, how thick that rain is. I'm just gonna keep going.
When when uh when this opportunity came to come on this show this evening, did you do any research on this show before you accepted the invite, or did you immediately just thought, you know what, let's just do
Nah,
it?
nah, nah. One thing about me, this is my career. Anybody want to give me an interview, I'm all for it. If it can help your viewers out, it can help me out. We in this to help each other. You know what I mean? You giving me a voice. You know what I mean? A lot of people, listening to this probably had questions that you asked and I answered. You never know. So I never stop a photo for the fan, and I never, turn down the podcast. No matter if I didn't do it for you today, I would have found a way to reschedule it.
Yeah.
It's part of my career. I feel like the fans is the reason. Oh, money, you got me. Oh, you fucking got me. And the fans, the fans is, the reason why I go and I do what I do. So I never do a research. I don't have to research you. If we get on here, we gonna talk. We gonna talk. I'm a friendly person. I'm gonna have a
You are.
conversation with you, whether the camera's on or not. I mean, we gonna kick it. We gonna kick it. It's a pleasure to me talking to you because what brought me to you is the work that I do. I'm a
Yes.
fighter, so we met for a reason. You know what I mean? So I never turn down an interview, man. If I got time to do it, I make time. So anything for my fans, anything for a podcast. I don't give a damn. I like to talk, so there's no problem.
Well, I got to thank the people at BYB who behind the scenes for making this happen today. And before we let you go, of course, I'm in Manchester, UK. You're, of course,
Okay.
in the US. So I'm guessing, I'm hoping you would love to come to our great, great country.
Yeah, BYB got some stuff going over there with you guys, correct?
Correct, we
We
do.
over in
Yes,
the
they
UK,
come.
so I
They
know,
come to London a few times.
so I know pretty sure, my name's starting to rock around with BYB. They love me, I love them. So I mean, I don't know. It depends on how Mel feel. That's the whole guy. Mel, can you please let me go to London if you watching this podcast, please, Mr. Mel? Mr. Mel, please, Mr. Mel, let me go to London, Mr.
Yes, come to
Mel.
London. Become a Cockney. You can come here. You can come a Cockney.
I want to come over there and be a cockney, and I'll
Yeah.
come over there and play around, man. That's what I want to be. I want to come over there and hang out with you guys. I wouldn't mind. It will be a blast. It'd be something new for me. You know what I mean? Meet with the fans, interact with the fans, sign autographs and whatever I got to do to make myself feel like I'm at home. I would love to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Great place to stop our great conversation. But thank you so much for coming on the show. And I got to mention as well, where can my viewers/listeners can find you on social media?
Um, if you guys got me on social media, my Instagram, it'll be what is my Instagram? I think my Instagram is Brandon Desrosier. Just search my first and last name, Brandon Desrosier, and that will pop up. I don't know what it is on Instagram. I gotta look at it real quick on my other phone. And I tell y'all
And
gotta
this
forgive me for
shows
that.
to everybody watching or listening that this is why this show is off, unscripted, unedited, and definitely, the best place to be.
All right, so listen, I had to go and look at it real quick, so I got it.
All
I'm
good.
so sorry. It
All
is
good.
Mighty Mouse underscore D Rosier. So y'all see my last name is Mighty Mouse underscore D Rosier. Y'all can get me on there. Y'all can message me. Don't be afraid. Just because you following me. One thing about me, if you send me a message, I will follow you back if the conversation is there. Because that means we have spoke to each other. So the people that you see me following back, I actually spoke to these people. So don't be shy. Don't be, what I mean, if you got any questions, whatever it is, autographs, what I'm gonna send to you guys over there in London, whatever it is, don't be a stranger. Just type it in the computer and I'm gonna hit back to you. I see every message. If I don't reply back to it, I probably didn't understand it. Or I was in the middle of something. But if you notice I read it and I didn't reply back, if you're really trying to hear from me, just go ahead and send me another message and I will follow you back and I will speak to you. That was not a problem. But like I said, Mighty Mouse underscore Desrosier. That's Desrosier. Mighty Mouse, y'all see it across the screen with the underscore. But that's how y'all find me on Facebook. You can find me Brandon Desrosier, my first and last name. And go ahead and see. I really not really active too much on my Facebook, but I am there. I just don't, react so much on Facebook because I don't feel in love with Instagram. So that's basically where I'm at all the time. TikTok as well. You can find me on TikTok at Brandon Desrosier. I'm on TikTok, and that'll be a way to connect with me. Like I said, I do talk back, so don't be afraid to talk.
Yeah, great plugs there for your social media. We had to do that because to give you hopefully some new followers and people who might want to follow your career now just by being on this show tonight and speaking the truth, speaking from the heart. People like that. I think you're in a lot of plaudits for that, and knowing what went wrong for you and knowing how you're now able to fix those and to get a knockout in the next fight, which you guaranteed on this show this evening. We can't wait for that next fight, whenever it will be, and we can't wait to hopefully have you back on the show again soon. But who would you recommend to come on the show next?
Oh man, listen, Smash Nelson and my boy Hurricane Ike. Them two boys there, man. You need to interview them boys. They got a lot to talk about. They actually got fights coming up pretty soon. Also, get Brandon Burr on here too, man. He did a hell of a job. He need to be spoke on. I haven't seen too much of him on social media, but he need to be talked about. He can speak about the ass whipping he just put on me. You know what I mean? So he's just, I know he would like to come and talk about that. He's a great guy. Harold McQueen need to be on here. My boy John Bernard need to be on here. I can go down the whole list and tell you to come and interview. I'm pretty sure them boys. Mel need to come on here. Coach AJ need to come on here. All them boys need to come on here. Don need to come on here. It's everybody. You know what I mean? The whole BYB family. We lit. BKFC ain't not like us. They not like us. You know what I'm saying? BKFC is not like us. We got way more love. We have way more fun over here. We pay more over here. You know what I'm saying? We the biggest over here. So, y'all come in that triangle and come fuck with BYB, man. Y'all can meet a nigga like Mouse.
Right. Yes, absolutely. Yes, for sure. Now, we got to mention one more thing here because this is my show. And, we want to thank you again for coming to the show. We want to thank everyone at BYB for this. And, we've had the pleasure of having on, of course, Big Mo and good old Mike Goldberg, the two, I guess, goats of announcing, having been a part of the fastest growing brand in the US. I bet it's quite cool for you to have those guys commentate as well and announce you.
I love those. I love them when they announce me. That'd be that Desrosier, the one that pronounced me at first and then second. I love them guys. Their voices is crazy. I love the whole experience, man. BYB is a blessing. They family. This is something I never never will walk away from. You see, I even got it tatted on my hand. I got BYB on my knuckles. So I love these guys. They family. They changed my life in just a short time. Don, everybody, the whole staff has just been outstanding. I can go on and on about all the names. They wonderful people. When we always get together, it's a party. It's like a family reunion every time we get together. I love being around those guys. We have our fun. Everybody hang out. Fight time after fight time. It just, BYB is lit. They're not like us. That's all I can say. We stand on business.
Yeah, absolutely. And, it's been a pleasure being on the show. Thank you so much for your time this afternoon. And we can't wait to see what happens next. Stay tuned to his social media where he'll be announcing his next fights and upcoming clips and training sessions and whatever else you may post. So make sure you do follow and share him around to all your friends today.
I will be training soon. I will have videos going up on my Instagram. Like I said, make sure y'all follow me on Instagram at MightyMouse_Desrosier. Y'all make sure y'all follow me. My training will be back up there. I will start running next week. I still just been relaxing, just trying to let my body get to its full healing stages. But I'll be back running next week, and I won't be so short on my next fight announced. I'll be already ready. So if they gave me a 2 weeks notice or a 3 weeks notice, I'll be ready for it. So like I say, more to come out of Mighty Mouse. Y'all watch my page for my merch at www.BrandonDesrosier.com. Y'all go ahead and just keep in tune with that. Just keep clicking the page. The shirts and everything will be cheap enough for everybody to get it. Like I said, I'm not one of these money hungry people. I want everybody to enjoy it. I want everybody to be able to afford it. So it will be a reasonable price up there. Y'all just pay attention, and my merch will be up there soon.
Cool. Right, so, and of course, we got to say as well, before we end the show, you can find me on social media. You can find me on Facebook, X, and also on Instagram. And you can also be on youtube.com and also on your favorite podcast sites on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, and also you can go right here on my YouTube channel. All my latest episodes from my podcast is now available here on YouTube. So sorry for bombarding everybody for the past few weeks with all these episodes appearing out of nowhere. So much apologies for that. If you like the episode tonight, make sure to smash that like button, share the video around, tell about this video, tell about Mighty Mouse and you know how he's talk from the heart, and we love when people do so. It makes it much more real, which we like. Leave a comment in the comment section below of your thoughts of my conversation with Mighty Mouse, any future questions you may have as well. And if you enjoy the content, I want to see more great sports interviews, then you've come to the right channel because, you know, smash that subscribe button today. We've got over 246 subscribers. Until the next episode, which I thought I will be tomorrow, actually, because I thought I had on Tuesday, Wednesday this week, but I can't remember who I've got on the show tomorrow. It's a bit worrying for me. So I should be live tomorrow, but I might not be. If not, then it'll be Wednesday. So, but I feel I am missing something. I'm meant to be live tomorrow. So if you are going to be on the show tomorrow, I do apologise if I missed you. It wasn't on purpose. I just completely forgot who it was. But until whenever the next episode will be on hopefully Wednesday, if not tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon or evening.